Hi, it's Deanna, and on this lazy afternoon, I just thought I would have a chat with you antique and vintage doll collectors out there. So, part of your collecting enjoyment can branch out, and I'll give you an example of why. So, you don't have to just collect dolls per se. If you want to really jazz up your display, you can not only collect the dolls itself, but accessories. And I'll show you some of the accessories I have in my collection for my antique dolls. And the first one I'm going to show you is the only one that's not an antique here, or the only one that's not old. And it's this one right here. So as you can see, it's little replica shoes that were really, really well made to scale for a small, small doll. And so here's the graphics of the box. I'll show it to you. And it was made by a company by the name of Pipkin and Bonnet. And this is replica shoes for circa 1760. And it was like court lady shoes. So like if she was like a member of the French court or something to do with royalty, they wore shoes like this. And it's really it's an amazing detailed collectible. They make other kinds of shoes from different eras, and I've only gotten my hands on one Pipkin and Bonnet replica pair of shoes, but I've seen other ones, and I just didn't want to pay the price. These I got a good deal on. So here's the shoes in question. So they're in this adorable little shoe box, and they're quite tiny. And so as you can see, they're made out of really, really good material. It's like a silk material. And the fronts of the shoes have little buckles made out of some kind of metal that look like copper or golden in color. And they have little wooden heels. Let me show you. And the bottoms of the shoes are made out of leather. I don't know if you can see that. And these are really well made. I wish they made people-size shoes, because they're phenomenal. So this is an idea. So like if you have, say, an antique French doll, you can display her with the shoebox tucked under her arms, and it could look like she just went shopping. And I think that's really a cute idea. So that's like one idea if you collect antique dolls. So now here I'm going to show you another type of collecting aspect. And you can collect these little antique corsets. And this one is French. It's probably circa 1890 to early 1900. And it's actually exactly a replica down to the bones in it. It even has little bones sewed into it. It's the exact replica to a T of an actual lady's corset of the time. And it's made out of some kind of canvas with lace on the top, ribbons going around an eyelet, and it has the little strings to tie it up. And it's well made, as you can see. So here's another idea. So you can tuck the box with the shoes in it under one of your antique French fashion dolls, or one of your French baby dolls. So you can tuck the shoebox under one arm, and in the other hand have her hold the corset. So it looks like she just went to the department store and had a day of shopping. So that's like a really great idea. I mean, I also have another one here. It's not as old. It's probably about 1900, 1910, 1920, even as late as 1930s. And it's not as well made as the other one, but it's got cool colors. It's like red, white, and blue. And I have a feeling that this is an American one. Has little ties, and the inside is lined, and it has bones in it as well. So that's an idea of how you can branch out some of your collection by adding on cute little accessories. So now the next item I'm going to show you is an antique German bisque head doll made by Simon and Halbig. And as you can see, she's all original. And she looks like she's wearing a gigantic bonnet. Like it looks like one of those Pennsylvania Amish style bonnets. And this is a dual type of collectible. So it has a little hook, and you can hang this on a Christmas tree, or it could be a pin cushion. So the back part of the hat is soft, and it has material inside, and you can place pins in there. So it's like a pin cushion doll. and an ornament as well. So this is a cute little idea. And you can hang this on your Christmas tree. Or if you have like a doll display under your Christmas tree, this would look really cute hanging from the tree. So that's another aspect of collecting. Let me just place this one here. And here's another thing. I love this one. This one actually, out of all of these little doll novelties, is my favorite. And it's a little German bisque head pincushion doll. And I believe this one was made by Simon & Halbig or CF Kling. It's one of the better made dolls. It's not usually like Armand Marseille made dolls like this. And they were, you know, not very well done. I'm losing her wig here. And this one, on the other hand, is really, really, really well made. As you can see, she has a little felt hat. And this is original to her. She has her original mohair wig. And she has like a little cape that goes around her. And she's quite lovely, as you can see. I have a glare from the light above me. I apologize for that. That annoys the heck out of me. It's like very hard to film indoors for some reason. It's like the lighting is always a problem. But look how pretty this doll is. So she has an open mouth with teeth, glass eyes. She's well painted. And what I'm going to show you is underneath. So this was actually an antique doll. So at one time this was an antique shoulder head doll. So her head could have been attached to a leather body, a kid leather body. And the company sold little novelties. And what they did was they took the shoulder head, wrapped it in flannel, and made a little cape to go around her. And this hat that can be used as a pin cushion. And they sold these in stores. They weren't that expensive when they did sell these type of dolls. And so that's another idea. And you can have that displayed with your antique dolls. And here's another, and the last thing I'm going to show you. And this is, again, another pincushion doll. And this is German. And it has a China head doll, a German China head doll, sewn onto a really elaborate pincushion. And it's filled with ostrich feathers, satin, silk flowers, ribbons, little silk roses, adorning it with lace. And that's just absolutely beautiful, as you can see. I don't know if you can see her face, because there's a lot going on here. But this is just as beautiful on the front as it is on the back. And so this is, you know, this is a really neat thing to add to your, oops, oh, did you see that? She just flipped around. To add to your display. And, you know, you could put it in your china closet with your other dolls. And it, like, enhances your collection and makes things look prettier. So these are really great to collect. And you know what the wonderful part of it is they're not as expensive as the actual antique doll. So you can find these things for under $100, except for like a doll like this. That one is probably I would sell this for about $200, honestly. And I've had another one that was almost identical that I actually sold for $225 in my Etsy shop. So that one's the most expensive. But all the other ones like this, you can probably find for $75, $100, maybe a little less, a little more. The pincushion doll, you can find something like that for $50 or $30, like around there. The little Pipkin and Bonnet shoes, they aren't cheap because the ones I saw were like $40, $50, $60. But then again, you can find them probably on an online auction. Sometimes you can, you know, catch a really good deal. These little corsets, though, I can tell you, they can sell for a lot of money because some people like to put them on their antique French fashion dolls. And those dolls are worth thousands of dollars. And they actually like to dress them in these. And I've seen corsets like this sell on Ruby Lane for anywhere between $100 to $300. So that unfortunately isn't as cheap. But one like this, you can probably nab for $25 to $50. A little more, a little less. So I thought you guys would be interested. And this is a great way to branch out your collection. Add a little pizzazz to your displays. And once again, thanks for watching. I hope you like what you see. If you do, please be kind and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Have a great day.